here on out. Shout out to the people on YouTube. We are presented by Street Smart. He is Street Smart Society. If you need anything for production, any type of editing for your music videos, please hit them up. Just graphic design, anything like that. These are real people. They'll give you real feedback, and it's the prices are dope. You still gotta pay. This ain't no free shit, but they work with you. Just let y'all know. And again, this is gonna be basically a sponsor of the show at my eyes.
I mean, you could hit up Philly on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. On the website
on Facebook, it's Philly Joints. It's a Philly with an IE, not a Y. Just to let y'all know. It's at Philly Did It on Twitter and at Philly Did It on Instagram. Just to let y'all know. I'm gonna get better at this doing promotion stuff. Anyway, shout out to Philly because basically he's let me trial run my ways of promoting stuff on the show. Anyway, so but yeah, shout out to Philly again. Most of this wouldn't be the way it is if it wasn't for Philly out here. So shout out for him looking out and keeping us up here, man. Back over to the unfiltered stuff and what's going on and around the world here today. We still got some more things hitting off. 29-20 was the score of the Redskins-Chiefs games. The Chiefs won. I'm giving Malachi the benefit of the doubt that he likes to hate on me, so he picked the Chiefs to win, I'm assuming. Didn't you pick the Chiefs to win too?
Yeah, I think I said Alex Smith had it.
Okay, so I'm the only one. I think me and Brick were the only two that picked Kansas City. Redskins.
I think you only said it because you wanted your tight end.
Oh no, I wanted Alex Smith to break a leg. The motherfucker lost me a fantasy game. Fuck Alex Smith.
Yo.
Oh no, Richard Sherman's right, man. Y'all, when it comes to fantasy season, y'all have left the persona of being a person, and y'all are my fantasy tools to win this shit and to brag on people like him. Sorry, it might not be right, and I'll apologize after week 16 because that's the end of the season for fantasy. But until then, no, fuck y'all, man. Alex Smith needed to just sit down, be humble.
Oh shit.
Again, I think we talked about this earlier in the show, but there are still 4 teams in the NFL that have not won a game. There's only 1 team left in the NFL that's undefeated. That's a big difference. I'm gonna round these off for y'all real quick, and I want y'all to figure out who y'all think's gonna win first. Oh shit. Okay, so I'm the only one to pick the Redskins. Shout out to Brick, because I'm assuming he was listening and then decided to make sure that everybody knew he didn't pick that. But yeah, the only teams left that have not won a game: the New York Football Giants, the San Francisco 49ers, the Cleveland Browns, and the we don't got a home Chargers. Oh man. Hey man, you've seen them stadiums the Chargers are playing in? They ain't got no home. That was a home game for Philly on the West Coast this weekend. Just letting that be told. So yeah, who do you think will be the first one to get that W?
Who do I want to get a W?
Okay, I mean you could go that way if you want to. I'm going
I would like to see the Browns get a W.
Why?
I think he's overplayed. He's done. He's done. Eli's been done. I think he only got the credit that that he somehow, I don't even think he deserves it, but he got that because of Peyton Manning. His dad was dope too. Well, yeah, his dad was dope. Yeah, but I mean but coming in right there, it was just kind of like you're like, oh well, he's gonna be good, but he never was. Yeah, he got 2 rings. Okay.
Oh no, you know how I feel about Eli. I'm not out here to defend Eli. I'm just concerned about how much you hate Eli.
And then the 49ers, you got Brian Hoyer. I like Brian Hoyer. I don't like the 49ers like that.
Hey, they played some close games. They lost to the Rams by 3 a couple weeks ago. They went to overtime with the Cardinals last week. Mm-hmm. So it's not like they're getting blown out.
No. It's just this is just like what I've seen them always do. Just kind of just give up. They usually just can't, finish a game. I don't know. Chargers, I like to see Phillip Rivers get a W.
You just feel sorry for people.
I would like to. Well, I know that team's a good team. I think they have a solid running game. Their defense is pretty good. Even though they have invisible girlfriends as their 13th man, but
we still talking about that?
We got that. We're gonna go ahead and just throw them.
Okay. For people to forget, Manti Te'o is a linebacker on the homeless Chargers. If y'all forget, Manti Te'o was the linebacker that almost won a Heisman for Notre Dame a couple years ago. That's not the part that James decided to throw shade about. It's also the same person that had an imaginary girlfriend. If y'all remember, there was somebody like catfishing him from Hawaii, saying that he was his girlfriend and that he loved him and then all this stuff. And then a person, apparently the girl had a car accident and died or something. And then they started like GoFundMe pages and shit until it got too serious. And then somebody had to come out and say that it was not real.
Yeah.
Like that it was not a real girl. And then Matt Tateo got embarrassed in front of everybody. It was a weird thing.
It was just like really like, it just like everything just kind of was like, well, okay, we'll just stop talking about it. But
yeah, it was one of those. Like we just stopped talking about it, and then you brought it back up. Like this is like one of the most forgotten things in football history is the fact that Matt Tateo got catfished, and then the person catfishing him decided the best way to get out of it. Well, she got into a horrible car accident. She's dead, and then that didn't work because obituaries and shit. Like no, like remember Notre Dame like dedicated a game to her. This fake person.
I remember this.
Like when they thought she was dead, the next game was dedicated to this imaginary woman. Like this is one of the biggest fuck ups ever for sports. Like, so I'm gonna be trusting y'all, man. Like as soon as we got it, like as soon as I'm like on the internet talking to a girl, you got like 5 to 7 days to figure out a way to meet me. Like I'm not talking about like fucking. I'm like we just need to meet in public, like at the point or at like a bar, be able to like Stevie Wonder your face real quick, make sure like, hey, you real? And then we can go back to texting for 2 months before we see each other again. But I need to know you a real person. I'm not out here getting catfish. Like I'm not gonna be on that TV show.
Yo, that's how it's gonna escalate. It just escalated that quickly.
Back over. I think in my heart of hearts and in football logic, I think the Chargers will win first. I personally believe the Chargers are cursed, so I don't think they'll win again until they decide to go back to San Diego. That's just me.
Oh wow.
Hey man, they should have never left San Diego. Stop fucking with my city and my team city. Yeah, like LA. First thing, y'all ain't even in LA. Y'all in Orange County. Stop acting like y'all in LA. I swear. Like,
I mean, but all the other teams will say that they're, New York Giants, New York Jets. They're not really even in the state of New York. They're in New Jersey. Oh,
I actually figured out. Not one team in the state of New York plays in the city they have the name on their team.
Okay, so then that's
because neither is the teams from New York City play in New York City, and Buffalo doesn't play in Buffalo.
So where they at?
Orchard Park, New York. Oh. So yeah, I figured that out a while ago. Again, that's that sports nerd in me, and just letting y'all know.
Like, there's only a few cities like that are really in the really in the city.
Chicago, Pittsburgh. Miami, there's a couple other ones. I'm not naming them all, but yeah,
Green Bay.
I think. Yeah, it's not much. I mean, all right. The stadium makes half the city in Green Bay, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Is the Colts in there?
Yeah, Colts is in downtown Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah.
So no, like I said, there's definitely some, and then there's the other ones like Dallas doesn't play in Dallas. Mm-hmm. San Francisco doesn't play in San Francisco. At some point, technically, right now the Rams play in LA. I guess. When they move to Inglewood, they won't be in downtown LA, but like it's LA County.
But they're in Inglewood.
Were they up to no good? Is that what you was waiting for that? I just wanted to cut you off because that's where you was going. You go there every time. Yeah, you're mad now.
I'm mad. Damn. All right.
Speaking of LA stuff, people have been having fun with the upset for Washington State USC this past weekend. It's on the page. It's from a couple days ago. But so the Pac-12 refs missed calls. I'm gonna let James see this. You'll get better at understanding what I'm talking about whenever he sees it. Oh shit. Okay, you got it? Yeah. Just read that part. Clicking on it ain't gonna help you.
Oh.
Just make sure you read. You see that part where it says Pac-12 refs missed call?
Oh.
Somebody set it up on their phone that all their missed calls are by the Pac-12 referees. It's a pun. It's basically it's a pun on the idea that the people think the Pac-12 referees missed a bunch of calls in that game. Yeah. So they put it on their cell phone as missed calls. That's petty. That's petty, y'all. Petty, that's James Franklin petty shit right there. Just letting y'all know. Also, because I don't think we have to talk about this that much. You happy about that?
I'm pretty happy about that. We talked about that about last week or two ago. Talk about
No, that's a legendary moment in sports for us. At least for this show. It might not be legendary to y'all, but Andre Johnson beating up Cortland Finnegan is up there with AI in practice for me.
Okay, yeah. I can. Oh yeah. That was probably the best. I mean, but you know what? I was upset that Marcus Mariota was like thinking that he could just take over the game. He was trying to do it all himself, and that's how he got injured like that.
Okay, there's a ton of people injured right now. You know, Derek Carr's out.
Yeah. So I'm screwed.
Oh, you're screwed? You got Derek Carr?
I have Derek Carr. And I accidentally started Michael Crabtree. I screwed my week.
Hey, man, it looks like the car's in the shop.
Oh, shit.
Hey, man, if I can get these puns out, too.
Yeah, all right.
Back on some Bay Area news. I have some updates on Jerry Rice. You know, Dancing with the Star champion, 4-time Super Bowl champion. I don't think he was there for all 5 of the 49ers championships. He has something. He's been doing this for the last 5 years. He has a hobby. He likes to crash Bay Area weddings just to congratulate the bride and grooms. Or grooms, my bad. That's the epitome of being bored in retirement. Think about how bored you got to be just to show up to everybody's weddings.
I feel like Bill Murray does that too.
I feel like there's Bill Murray. I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, that wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
There's a couple people I can imagine doing that. I can see T.O. doing that.
T.O., yeah.
T.O. try to take your wife during your own wedding.
Yeah.
Ocho Cinco, mostly wide receivers. I don't see anybody but wide receivers doing stuff like this. I don't have running backs ain't doing this. Former quarterbacks ain't doing this.
I'm trying to. Who's the dude from the Jets? Quarterback.
Sanchez?
No, before we're talking about
Pennington.
No,
yeah, you're gonna have to do this on your own. Joe Namath?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're gonna talk about past my time and Malachi's time, then yeah.
Yeah, we could. That's the only one I can think of. Maybe
for quarterback.
Maybe yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Tim Tebow would come and do the ceremony. He might have like a.
That's a whole different story. He would actually he would be marrying people at this point. Yeah, Tim Tebow would.
Rob. You know what? It wouldn't even be a wedding anymore. Rob Gronkowski.
You
might as well just cancel the wedding. It's gotten too lit.
Oh yeah, this has just turned into.
You're about to start taking belly shots off the maid of honor's stomach, man. You already know what it's about with Gronk.
Both bride and groom would change their minds about marrying this person after this day.
If Rob Gronkowski shows up to your wedding, you better get that shit done right then and there. Speed it up. No more personal vows that we written ourselves. Just get it done. Because Rob's gonna come over here and try to fuck shit up.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
But yeah, you think it's cool that Jerry Rice likes to crash weddings? Again, it's not like a wedding crasher, so he's out here trying to bone chicks. It's just I honestly think the man's bored.
You don't know? Maybe he really is.
I think he is. I truly think he is. Jerry Rice went from being the best ever to do what he did to Dancing with the Stars to
maybe
now.
He likes to get down. Maybe he wants to dance. He's like, you know what? I just want to show off my skills.
Oh, no, I don't doubt that. Most of the athletes win Dancing with the Stars almost every year. Mm-hmm. So I don't doubt that at all. But hey man, if it makes you happy, you're still rich. So I can't feel but so bad for you.
Nobody's gonna kick you out though.
No.
That's not
the only way you get kicked out is if you do something egregious.
Yeah.
You walk and this is anybody. You could be God and do this, and somebody might stop you. You walk up and just start motorboating the bride or something wild like that. Yeah, that'll get you kicked out.
Yeah.
You might be able to get a butt grab. Hey man, good job. You might actually get one of those off if you're Jerry Rice. You gotta You gotta do both. If you're gonna slap the wife, you gotta slap the guy in the ass too.
Yeah.
Just in the football player sense. That's the only way you might get away with that.
That's a good wedding. Yeah, just get a maybe.
See now after I think about it, if I was in Jerry Rice's position, man, I just go get a plate and leave. That's how I would go and congratulate everybody and just start making a plate.
So Monday through Friday, he buys his food. He's like, I don't have to worry about the weekends. We going out. There's a wedding. We'll get a good feel.
Think about that though. That's an easy hustle though. There's this Armenian wedding going on this week. They got some banging food up there. Next weekend is an Italian wedding, man. I heard they got pastas all the meal, different type. It's a pasta bar.
It's all right, let's get it.
That's how I just got out my weddings. Y'all out here, we wedding crashing for women. I'm wedding crashing for food. Yeah. I'm out here ready to go. I remember I was young when this happened. I remember one time I got kicked out of cookout because I could not identify who I came with. I just showed up and started making a plate. I was 13 years old, 14 years old.
Get your ass out.
Yeah, me and one of my boys, who do these kids know? And it's oh yeah, I know so and so. And it's that's not a person we know. And I'm yeah, it was one of those grab what you get and be out. No, I'm definitely about crashing weddings for the food end.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Now, and women like me, see, the thing is, I'm not a predator. I'm a predator on food because that's what we're supposed to be predator. We're supposed to stock our food needed. I'm not out here trying to be a predator on women that are sad because they just didn't get married. That's weird.
Yeah.
Because it gets weirder after that, believe me. But yeah, no, believe me, man. Picture how weird it is when somebody thinks, oh yeah, he really cares about me. He's going to be the guy. I met him on such and such's wedding day. Then you never call her again.
Yep, that's what it sounds like. Yeah. Going through for the food.
On the music related news, and if y'all remember me from back in the day, y'all know I'm a huge strange music fan. I got basically only bad news. For the second time in the last couple of years, we have somebody leaving strange music artist-wise. Artist named Ritz. His last album, Last Call, dropped about last week. He came out 2 days ago and announced that he is now leaving strange music. Last Call will be his last project on the label, and he's going to go try to find a new outlet. If you know Ritz was one of the artists. He was signed to Strange Music and Some American when he was signed to Yellow Wolf's label also. He's a double-time rapper from Atlanta. He basically pours his soul out on every track about his life and his struggles with addiction and relationships and stuff. And I like him. I've seen him live once. It's not a bad break. He came out and said that it's a clean break. He still plans on working with Strange Music. Strange Music is technically still his distributes his music. So he's not on the label, but he still has a distributing contract through them. So if he drops independent music, it'll still be dropped through Strange Music's. Like it'll still get shipped out that way. Okay. Like it won't have Strange Music on it, but it will get shipped out with Strange Music stuff. And his merchandising is still through Strange Music. So again, this is not a full break. This is his music. His music after this album will be not from Strange Music.
But what is the reason he's leaving though?
He just wants to try something new, get a new platform. The problem with being on Strange Music, and it's the problem with being, no matter how much I like Strange Music and Tech Nine, the issue with being on a label run by another artist is you'll always feel that you're not getting the attention you deserve.
Yeah.
And at this point, I think Ritz has dropped 3 albums on Strange Music. I actually kind of agree that he's never going to get any bigger unless he leaves the shadow of Tech. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I'm happy he left with respect, because when Cut Calhoun left last year, Cut Calhoun lit everything on fire and left. Cut Calhoun was pissed. He was not happy with Tech. He was not happy with Travis or Gunn. He just wanted out and he lit it on fire. Travis seemed to do this a little bit more respectfully. Or not Travis, Ritz. Ritz did this a little bit more respectfully. But yeah, like I said, it's sad to see that on that side, because Ritz was one of the top 3 artists on probably number 2 after Tech when it comes to straight skills on the label. So it's sad to see him go. On the other hand, Strange Music is going to be suing Strange Entertainment. If you don't know who Strange Entertainment is, if you listen to Trippie Reed, you know who Strange Entertainment is. Strange Entertainment spells strange, S-T-R-A-I-N-G. Tech Nine is saying that they are out here purposely trying to confuse people and misleading people on who their label is, and it's hurting his business. If Tech Nine and Strange Music wins, he wants everything with Strange Entertainment on it spelled that way removed and basically destroyed, and he wants like half the money they've made basically straight out of it.
Whoa! Wow. If
you think somebody's fully infringing on your name, it's kind of something you can do.
What are they selling?
The name.
Just the name.
The name Strange Entertainment. Like I said, Strange Music has been a label since 1999.
Yeah,
it's not like
it's been around for a long time. Yeah.
Right. Strange Entertainment, not so much. And the only person I know who Trippie Reed is, but I didn't know what he looked like until I saw this picture. But everybody underneath the Strange Entertainment is basically trying to say they didn't do anything wrong. The same thing you always do. It's a mini label underneath Universal.
Okay.
So yeah, like I said, I think Tech might win this one, or they're going to need some compromise. But hey, we'll find out.
I think the compromise would be the money.
Also, I have not peeped it myself. I hope he feels better when I'm not as interested in this news, but I know a lot of people out here are. Young Dolph remains in the hospital from his gunshot wounds, and they have the update of the recording of the 911 call. TMZ posted that yesterday. So if you go onto the UnFiltered Facebook page, you can go onto the page, get down to the link from the hiphopearly.com TMZ story, and you can listen to his 911 call. Basically, they're saying this 911 call saved his life. So if you're interested in seeing how Young Dolph's life was saved, go ahead and check that out. About it. Also, again, before we head out and go on another break, Street Smart. Check it out. Again, graphic design, graphic art, anything that helps you with doing your music videos, anything like that. If you want editing, all that. Check out my man Philly Phil. Get it done for you. Right now, we won't be right back with the overly unfiltered in the day in a few minutes. This is GMWY Radio, GMWW Radio on IG and Twitter, and GMWW Radio at gmail.com. Yeah, that's about it. I fucked that up enough. We'll be right back.